True crime. I got a fresh Coke Zero right here. And a little bag of sea salt, baked chips. Delicious. Guys, thank you everyone who showed love today. All my spins, TTSers, bits. It really does fucking help out. So thanks for blessing me up.
A few hours ago, her boyfriend was found mysteriously shot dead in a back alley.
She's bad. Yeah.
God damn.
The person that did it.
Tragically, Elizabeth is also pregnant with their child.
So many people
Her
in the UK
mother,
and
Ortiz Chavez, is...
Same, bro. Literally, like, we have a ton of chatters from the UK and Europe. All over the world now at this point.
trying to comfort her daughter.
Diet
What
Coke.
Elizabeth doesn't know yet is that her mother is hiding a dark secret that will ruin the family's life.
Your mom's car is on video leaving the homicide.
You seriously think that they did it?
Yes.
My mom loved that child.
As detectives work the
Damn.
case, more and more clues
But I
start
knew.
pointing
Hell
towards
yeah.
Elizabeth's family. And as she learns that her own family are now
only had
suspected
that one time.
killers,
I knew.
all she can do
Might be
is
dreadful.
deny the
Jason!
accusations, while her mother sacrifices her own children to hide what she's done.
Alright, do you want to talk?
She killed her daughter's boyfriend.
It's a quiet Friday morning in
Coke Zero in a
downtown
bottle.
Albuquerque. The
Like a bottle or a
16-year-old
can,
boy
better, Turk.
walks alone through a back alley on his way to
He was only 16 and she shot him?
work, unaware that a killer is waiting for him inside one of the parked cars. Then, a single gunshot rings out, striking the
bottled.
teenager in the head and killing him
Have you ever had the glass bottle Coke Zeros? Fire.
instantly, while the shooter disappears from the scene. Within minutes, multiple 911 calls
God.
start flooding in reporting the
Best.
gunfire.
Ice cold, though.
Patrol units quickly respond to the area, and as officers turn down the alley, they're met with a grim scene. Lying on the pavement is a teenage
Damn.
boy, motionless, with blood pooling beneath his head.
Why did
The
she
victim
murder him? I wonder
shows
what her
no
motivation
sense of
is.
life and appears to have a gunshot wound visible just above his temple. Whatever happened in this alley happened fast, and whoever pulled the trigger is already gone. Officers call it in and begin securing the perimeter. With no weapon in sight and no ID on the body, they now need to figure out who he is and why he ended up here. Backup units soon arrive and start canvassing the area, looking for anyone who might have heard or seen what happened. And before long, two witnesses come forward, claiming they saw something strange right after the gunshot.
Did you hear anything? I didn't hear anything, but
In the US anymore, damn.
one of them is a light-skinned male.
Take a
He
shower.
turns around,
Goodbye.
runs back to the alley, and takes off down the street.
I just saw strange cars that aren't usually here. I've just been circling and I noticed some weird activity and I just had this gut-wrenching feeling that someone was about to get shot because there were just weird people back here. And I saw this kid, this guy right here who shot, he was over here talking to some girl. And last minute I saw him there, I turned the corner and I heard a gunshot when I was on this side of the road. So then I came back over here and the car was down.
You heard one shot?
Bro, who are these people? I heard a gunshot, so I came back around the corner. What the fuck? I go away from gunfire.
According to witnesses,
You can bring
a
us with.
single gunshot was fired, followed by a
just thought
group
you
of
were leaving.
teenagers scrambling in every direction. One of them was seen jumping into a car with a girl before speeding away. The information is vague, but it gives police a starting
What, do you
point.
see? Or girl. Some of these citizens are crazy, bro. Listen, I'll like if I see like a man beating on a woman and I got a gun or something, I mean, I'll try to like go back up or whatever. But running towards gunfire, I'm not a police officer. I'm not getting paid. If it was one of you guys, someone I know, but a stranger,
Detectives soon arrive at the
Smell
scene
bad.
and launch a formal homicide
Smells so
investigation.
bad it smells
While
good.
examining the body, they notice something odd about the victim. He's still wearing an apron, the kind used by
like this kind of apron, chat. You think this one? Ow.
restaurant staff, suggesting he might have worked nearby.
So tight on my
That
tongue.
small detail sends them straight across the street to the only restaurant in sight, Lindy's Diner. Inside, the owners
That's crazy. We had a Lindy's Diner in my hometown growing up.
immediately recognize the victim. His name is
No weed.
Josue J. Ruiz, 16 years old, a dishwasher who'd only started a few weeks earlier. They tell police Jay's grandfather is a regular customer, and officers are able to call him and ask him to come down to the scene. When Jay's grandfather arrives, detectives have to break the tragic news to him. But what he tells them about Jay's life will start to hint at darker things he may have been involved in.
So I don't know if anybody's told you this, and I was trying to see if you were obviously Josue. Is that how you say it? Yeah. Josue's passed away. So that's what we're here for. Is we're here to try to figure out what happened. And
Damn, imagine hearing that about your grandchild just randomly. I love diners. Me too, bro. Oh, I should have took you to the brunch club while you guys were here in Utah. Such a nice little like diner.
the best we can, I would say, mostly. Alright. He's your grandson, is that correct? Okay.
He was involved with something, but I could never get the truth from him. I could never get the truth. There's one friend that he was involved with.
Like cords are, like headphones are all tangled up.
I really didn't approve of. I was just getting ready to move him out. You know, take him somewhere else so he can have a job or whatever.
Right.
Oh my God.
Although the news clearly breaks him, he takes it with quiet strength, telling detectives that his grandson had been involved in something lately that might be what got him killed. And as the
Damn.
conversation continues, he
Involved with the crazy girl's mother.
mentions one more heartbreaking detail. Jay wasn't just a teenager with secrets. He was about to become a father.
I
Damn.
was there in my apartment. And,
His
she's
girlfriend's
pregnant.
at your apartment right now?
Yeah, he called me this morning and told me, hey, you're going to get a great grandfather, is what he told me. So.
No kidding. Who's his girlfriend?
Oh my god. You watch Ebrew Crew? Yes. I can't even watch them because as soon as the new one comes out, we watch it. So we've watched every single Ebrew Crew video ever. The body cam, story time, main channel. Trust me, bro. Ebrew my shit, but they drop videos so sporadically.
Maldonado?
She's at your apartment
Right now, yeah.
The revelation only
Are my
adds to the
favorite.
tragedy. Jay's girlfriend, 17-year-old
This channel does interrogations too.
Elizabeth Baldonado, is pregnant with his child and has no idea that he's gone. Investigators plan to speak with her later, but for now they allow Jay's grandfather to
This
leave
is
the
insane.
scene and
Dude, I know exactly what video you're talking about. Like stabbed that guy in the shower a bunch of times, like the picture and all that shit.
deliver the news himself, telling her that detectives will be
She's
in
like
touch
calling her family and being like, how do I look in the newspaper? Read the comments to me.
soon. If anyone can explain what Jay had been caught up in, it's her.
I think there are very few people who watch more YouTube videos than me, since I watch them throughout the day. I watch at least 2 to 4 hours of them on stream every day of random YouTube videos. So
About an hour later, the homicide case
Okay,
is
no,
officially
yeah, I've seen it, I
assigned to
remember. It's
Detective Anna
crazy.
Bruciaga as the lead investigator. After reviewing the initial reports and witness statements, she begins canvassing the area for any surveillance footage that might reveal what happened. It doesn't take long before
you can't even really commit a crime nowadays without being caught on camera. There are literally cameras everywhere. There are cameras everywhere.
officers locate a camera mounted
sure
outside a
prove- I know,
nearby
I believe you,
school,
bro.
angled
Their videos are
directly
gas,
towards
I
the
binged
alley
them
where the
too.
shooting took place. When they sit down to review the footage, they finally get their first visual clue of Jay's killers.
So these are all the cameras that are running at two systems, the digital and the analog. The analog sucks.
Good look
so
with
they're
the-
working. This faces the alleyway.
Yeah, like the only place you can really commit a crime is like out in the woods somewhere. Even then you might get caught on a trail cam.
Once the shot happens, the people loading the vehicle will react. So it's the individual.
I saw this one true crime, literally what happened. Some guy lured someone out into the woods, and when he's coming back out, they found the body months later, and when the police were searching the area, they found someone's trail cam. And they literally had to like check the tracking number, track it back to the Dick's Sporting Goods it was bought at, figure out who bought it, and then find and call that person like, yo, can you please get us off this trail cam? And a guy had put it out there in the woods and kind of forgot about it. You know, he's just, going to go get it eventually or whenever. And yeah, and literally they had the killer coming out of the woods from the area where the body was found on a trail cam.
To watch the vehicle somewhere right here.
He like literally went so deep in the woods to escape cameras and civilization, but yet that was his downfall.
Yeah, so he just walked to the passenger side.
And they react.
The tag. I think it's so crazy how security cams to this day are still blurry. Like, they still make them blurry. Like, with all the cases of murders of people getting off or not being able to get tags or this or that or this or that. Yeah, they are. I used to have one up on my mountain up there. And I remember a fucking squirrel like shoot through the plastic to get inside of it, bro. I'm not even kidding. Ruined it. So you know, like the hard plastic shell that has on it. But you would think, like I said, with all the murders, the hit and runs, all the different things, and they're like, oh, we only get a partial. We can't really tell from the video. You think they're like, all right, they're like, all right, fucking fix these cameras. Because, like, why the fuck are you making a security camera in fucking 420p?
It almost looks like a Toyota.
On screen, a gold Toyota sedan can be seen racing away seconds after the gunshot. And through the tinted glass, detectives can barely make out what appears to be two figures inside the vehicle, meaning there are at least two suspects on the loose. A couple of hours later, detectives arrive at the apartment where Jay's girlfriend, Elizabeth, is staying. They believe she might help them understand what Jay had been caught up in, but they have no idea that they'll soon come face to face with one of Jay's killers, someone far closer to him than anyone imagined.
Do you mind if we come in here? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know that obviously he was possibly having some issues with some people, right? Can you tell me about that?
He doesn't really tell me much about that stuff.
So let's start with today. What'd you guys do today?
He took a shower at like 8 o'clock. He was getting ready to go to work at 10. I was making appointments today.
Yeah, no, you can't do Netflix shows. You can't do anything that's like got like a production team copywriting it, because they'll strike your Twitch channel. But that'd be dope if you like watch Netflix movies straight up. But pretty much like anything on YouTube that's made by like a YouTube creator, or like really old shows you can find on YouTube, like the old Kitchen Nightmares and Hell's Kitchen, stuff like that. Or like, for example, like I watch My 600 Pound Life on here sometimes, but I'm watching a YouTuber who's cut the video up to like the most important parts, so it's not like in its entirety.
Because we found out that I'm pregnant. Well, he was texting me still until at least around 12 o'clock. And then he stopped answering me for a few hours.
The timeline Elizabeth provides lines up with the shooting. Around 11:20 a.m. is when Jay stopped responding to her messages. The same time investigators
What's
believe...
the news didn't go... Damn, Sam. That was random.
He was killed. Beyond that, Elizabeth doesn't offer much, saying Jay often kept to himself and never told her what he was doing. To detectives, it sounds like Jay might have gotten himself involved in something he didn't want anyone else to know about. Maybe a deal that went wrong.
I wonder if he actually is involved in anything, or if those just like murmurs.
Or a confrontation that escalated. Whatever it was, it's likely what got him killed. Or at least, that's what it seems at first. Because Elizabeth isn't telling the full story. Not yet. And the next thing she remembers won't just give detectives a new lead. It'll start turning suspicion towards Elizabeth and her own family.
Wait, I knew she was in on it. What the fuck? Hope they get the bastard. Yeah, dude, I saw someone not use a crosswalk today, chat. My hometown. Yesterday I saw someone throw a piece of bubblegum on the ground.
A little bit from what I've gathered from Grandpa is that he feels that he was up to no good lately.
We're such trolls, Turk. We're such boys. Boys will be boys.
Can you tell me about that?
This morning, him and my brother were supposed to box it out because this has nothing to do with this at all. My brother...
You think that the fact that you and your brother and your boyfriend, or baby daddy, was about to fight this morning has nothing to do with him ending up dead? Okay.
And him just don't get along. They bump heads very much. But my brother would never do this. He knows how I feel about Jay.
And which brother?
My younger brother.
Your younger brother? What's his name?
Angelo.
Tell me a little bit about why they were gonna box it out.
How do you beef with like your girl's family? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you guys beefing over? You just gotta like be polite and coexist. and keeps your opinions to yourself, stay out of each other's way.
Me and Jay, we were arguing about something. I don't remember what. But we started getting really loud, and my brother got tired of it, so he came in and told him to stop yelling at me, and then they just started fighting.
Physically fighting?
No.
So did they text each other that they were gonna fight? Or
No. Jay called me and told my mom that he wanted to box it out with my brother.
According to Elizabeth,
Box
her
it
brother
out.
Angelo was supposed to box it out with
Angelo, bro, he throws a punch and his arm is gonna snap. Get this man a sandwich.
her boyfriend Jay that morning. A teenage fight meant to settle whatever tension had been building between them. Although the fight never happened and Elizabeth insists it has nothing to do with the homicide, it suggests the conflict could have been personal.
Jay would beat his ass. Oh yeah. Well, you listen. It's always the tough dude who's like, "Don't yell at her." Da, 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 da. Like, okay. And another thing is, chat. If you're having a significant other, you're having a baby, you guys are like in a married type relationship, you don't need to be living with your little brother and your mom and dad. I get their situation, but like that's just a recipe for disaster. It really is. Because like obviously couples fight and have their disagreements, and people are gonna be wrong, people are gonna be right at different times. So like obviously the family's always gonna take your side, you know, whoever's family home it is. So like it's gonna be toxic because like Jay didn't have anyone to back him up because they're always gonna take her side and blah 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 blah. What up, Vampy Vamp?
Investigators will now have to follow up on this and look into Angelo's involvement before ruling him out. But before the conversation can continue any further with Elizabeth, Jay's family arrives at the apartment. Word of the shooting has already reached them, but they still haven't received an official confirmation from police. Detective Anna Bruciaga has no choice but to break the tragic news to Jay's mother, a moment that no amount of experience could ever prepare anyone for.
Can you tell us what's going on?
yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, I'm sorry for your loss. Okay. Right now, I don't have much other than officers were dispatched to the alleyway in reference to who's the people. Okay.
What happened?
And that's why so we just got called out. That's why I'm trying to interview as many people as I can. That's why I headed here first, and then I was headed your way because I do have some questions. But as of right now, I don't. Okay.
I get they can't like share too much information, but that's so fucked to not tell a mother how her son was killed. You know. You shot in the head, shot in the temple. That's so crazy to me. I get it, like the investigators can't say too much. There may be suspects in the room, blah 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 blah, whatnot, but
I really
oh, that's terrible.
With the devastating news delivered, Detective Anna
Gut-wrenching,
Bruciaga
truly,
tries to
my
gather
heart.
any insight from Jay's
their mom
family,
should have to go
but they
through that,
don't
you know?
seem to have any.
That's so sad.
Even his mother can't imagine who would want to hurt him, leaving detectives with no clear leads or motives to work with. As investigators collect Jay's phone and prepare to leave, another woman walks into the apartment, Ortiz Chavez, looking to comfort her daughter. Detective Bruciaga sits down with her to collect some basic information. A casual conversation at first, until Chavez mentions a small detail that catches the detective's attention and quietly puts her on the radar.
What type of car do you drive?
I drive a Toyota.
Toyota?
Yeah, like a gold. Yeah, it's gold. Stalled out on me, I just looked down at whatever.
And you said you just purchased it?
Damn, just like that. It's already coming out. Here it comes. Yo, it's snowing outside. You guys remember when you were a kid, one of the best feelings? You'd wake up and like, oh, I gotta go to school. And then you look out the window and you see all the snow on the ground. You're like, it's a snow day! Let's go! And then you didn't have to go to school, bro. I'd say that's how I play video games all day. I wouldn't even play in the snow. I play video games all day. Now when it's snowing, I'm like, damn, bro, I gotta risk my life to go get a monster in the snow. Never feels in the snows. I never had that. Oh yeah, you're from Florida. Listen, the South, The South, bro, listen, you think if you put an ice cube on the road, one snowflake, school's off. The roads are too dangerous. Like North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, we love calling out school. While you stock up. I'm so bad about it. I'd have to watch the ticker on the Weather Channel to see if Lima city schools were canceled. Lol. I heard up north, like, because it snows so much, they don't cancel them as much up north. And they're better prepared for snow up north because they have so much more, like, plows, salts, everything like that. What up, Michael? The news to see if I had no school. My parents would always let me know. They'd send out, like, a phone call or whatever.
Yeah.
I used to hate when they do delays. I'd be like, bro, just let me fucking go or just, like, don't go at all.
Do you have a plate on it?
They made us go.
No, I don't. They took our ticket.
Yeah, when I lived up in New York, I was like, it was like so much snow on the road, and I was like, why the fuck are there buses driving around? It's snowing. Is it not a snow day? And they're like, no, they don't cancel for snow up here. And I was like, what the fuck? Every time it snowed growing up, we got out of school.
Sticker off the temp tag. Yeah, they took it off the car.
Where you said it's
Yeah, so earlier this morning it broke down on her and then she just left it there.
As Chavez
Oh,
describes her
weird
vehicle,
snow pants.
Detective Bruce Iaga immediately recognizes the description. A gold Toyota.
We got canceled often because we'd have snowstorms with drifts no matter how much equipment we had. Wow. Georgia schools will shut down for flurries. It's so insane. I know, that's what I'm saying. Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, the South, like the East Coast South, they don't fuck with snow, bro. They don't fuck with snow.
Sedan, similar to the one caught on surveillance footage speeding away just seconds after the shooting. The connection is hard
I
to
remember one time, like, it literally was like, guys, a huge snowstorm is coming in around, like 10 a.m., so we're going to cancel schools today, and it didn't snow all day. And then it snowed the next day, and it was a snow day that day, too.
ignore. Bruce Iaga notes the
How you been,
details,
Michael?
but decides it's too early to jump to conclusions. Wanting
Watching
to
some
verify
true
it as quickly
crime.
as possible, she wraps up the initial interview with the family and heads out with officers to the spot where Chavez abandoned her car that morning.
I don't. Snow is fun. I don't like driving in it because it's very dangerous, and it's not only you're driving in dangerous conditions, other cars are, so I'm always afraid someone's going to slide in me, hit me. So when it snows, I try to, stay inside as much as possible and drive as little as possible. The level 3, damn, I didn't know Ohio was Nazi Germany. Can't even go out of your house if it's snowing too hard. It's crazy.
When they arrive, the car
America.
is nowhere to
No
be
wonder
found,
I got banned
and
for
Bruce
saying
Iaga
Ohio.
starts suspecting Chavez might be hiding something.
Understandable.
About 40 minutes later, investigators return
Yeah, I got banned on TikTok Live for a week for saying Ohio.
to the apartment to interview Chavez privately. And that's when things start to get interesting. By now, it's only been a few hours since Jay was killed, and most detectives
hee-ho.
would still be collecting statements. But
Oh,
Bruce
hee-ho,
Iaga's
hee-ho.
instincts tell her there's no time to waste. So she sits down with Chavez and
I like how there's a laxative in the frame.
makes a bold accusation.
So here's the thing.
She sits down with
Gentle, depending on constipation relief.
Chavez
Gentle, dependable constipation relief. Toco laxatives.
and makes a bold accusation.
Those.
So here's the thing, okay? So I believe your car was used in today's homicide. Okay?
You're lying to me.
No, I am not.
What the fuck does she have a book for her? Is she just trying to like mimic the officer? Like, what is this? I'll never go to Ohio again and can't busted. Bro, I wish if I was a detective or cop, I wish I was the person to get the busted news. I love confrontation. I love seeing people's faces when they know you know the truth. Like when I was in Texas and then we finally caught on to that snake in Texas and me and Turk would just look at him. We're just like, he would say something we know is a lie and we'd go, And we'd just like look at him sideways. Turk would be like, wonder if that's true. Turk goes, I don't know. Busted. I love someone who's trying to lie to me and they know I know the truth and they're just trying to lie my way out of it. I just look at them and I know they're going crazy in their brain, trying to think of something, another lie to try to cover up their last one. It's my favorite. I'm just like, yeah, another lie? Okay, keep on spinning yourself into a deeper web, deeper hole.
That's why I'm talking to you. Okay, so if you don't tell me who had your car,
I don't know.
it's your car.
My car.
Because just like the cops chat, if I'm confronting you about something, if I'm asking you a question to something that pertains to like, a problem, I already know the answer. I'm just gonna see if you're gonna be honest with me.
At the side of the road.
Okay.
I didn't lend my car to nobody.
Detective Bruciaga is quick to connect the dots,
Well,
suspecting that it's Chavez's
He
car
needed
that was
to.
speeding away. But Chavez
Plead the
claims
fifth.
she abandoned it
You can't. Damn.
and it must have been stolen. However,
Imagine
the detective
pleading.
is
What a
about to
bottom
take
activity.
things one step further, because if Chavez's car was used in the murder, the next logical question is who was behind the wheel? And with what Elizabeth revealed about the planned fight that morning, there's only one name that fits: Chavez's son, Angelo.
So what I'm getting at is that what are the odds that your son and his friends have a problem with Jay, and Jay is now dead, and people are telling me it's your car on scene.
But my son said he wouldn't, and I gave it to Vaughn. And I was with them today.
Okay. So you were with them all day?
Yes. My son had an interview at 9 o'clock. And we were over at the Whataburger over there. Cottonwood or whatever.
You drop him off?
No, I didn't leave the Whataburger.
Okay, so you waited for him to be done?
Yes, and we went back together to my house.
Okay, then you guys go back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he stayed there. And I left with myself, the car, to go.
Okay, so another thing I learned when I was in police academy is how people tell stories. So, like there's a way of telling a story as you're recounting it from your memory and telling a story that you created. You tell them different ways. You know what I mean? So if I was telling you guys my stories and I was like, and then I went to there and I was here, then I went there, like you don't recall things like that. You know what I mean? You don't recall things in segments. You kind of recall as a story and it comes back and you're like, and you know what I mean? It's not like, I don't know.
Go see Elizabeth.
Chavez's morning timeline only reinforces the detective's suspicions. If she really abandoned her car around 10:30 that morning and it suddenly vanished, then there's a very high chance it's the same gold Toyota caught on CCTV later.
Yeah, that's not smart. Using your own car in a crime. That should just be number one.
When Jay was shot, witnesses also reported seeing a young male and female inside the car. And with Chavez having both a teenage son, Angelo, and a daughter, Elizabeth, things are starting to look very suspicious for her family. For now, though, all of this remains...
Imagine if the whole family's in on it, and then Jay, the victim, his family was there crying in their home, pleading, who did this? We got to get them. And they were just being quiet, playing the old sad game, everything like that. But you also want to express the details to get the best picture of the story. Pure stupidity.
As just early suspicion. After all, detectives know Jay had been hiding things. He was secretive and clearly mixed up in something he wasn't telling anyone about. But there's something eerily strange about Chavez's demeanor that Detective Bruciaga can't ignore. Even after being told her son might be involved in a homicide, she stays quiet, almost detached. Not the kind of reaction you'd expect from a mother facing that sort of accusation.
Yeah.
And the longer the conversation
Most defensive mothers who know their son are innocent will freak out if a cop accuses them.
Goes, the more convinced Bruciaga becomes that the mother sitting in front of her knows more than she's letting on. So the detective decides to take an even bigger risk this time and make an accusation that most investigators would hesitate to ask this early on.
She got balls.
So, did you shoot Jay?
No, I didn't. No. He's a kid. He's a baby.
I know, but somebody did.
No.
But I also...
I like how she said her excuse was, he's a kid, he's a baby. No, I would never shoot anybody. Anybody for any reason. I wouldn't shoot a kid or a baby. Me too. I draw the line of shooting kids and babies, chat. Yeah, I'm back from my shower. What up?
I feel like you know more than you're telling me.
But I know.
Because again, I'm telling you based on your
Don't throw the baby out the bathwater. What does that mean? I remember my grandpa used to always say that. Don't throw the baby out the bathwater. The fuck does that even mean? To this day, I never knew that meant. I'll just be like, okay, Gramps. What does that mean? Can someone tell me?
It happened. And I know it's your car. And I am going to confirm it on video surveillance.
She hires someone to like, who the fuck throws out bathwater? You drink it. Never heard of that before. You don't even throw it out. You let it go down the drain. Let me look it up. Don't throw. I want to use it. It is an expression. Huh. It comes from this. The idiom derives from a German proverb. The earliest records, 1512. Damn, my grandpa's old. He's old. 1512. Whose woodcut illustration of a woman tossing a baby out with wastewater. It's a common catchphrase in German, with examples used by Martin Luther. Okay. Jones Kepler, blah, blah, blah. And if it's true and important to us, I just don't get what it means. Is that a damn scroll? The phrase means to avoid discarding something valuable along with other undesirable parts. It's a caution rejecting an idea completely, even if some aspects are good. Oh, okay. So you want to keep the baby apparently and pour out the bathwater.
I'm like,
I guess that makes sense.
really, I'm like lost right now.
You want to throw the pizza away at the pizza box? Yeah.
Again, Chavez's reaction isn't what Detective Bruciaga expects at all. Instead of breaking down or reacting defensively,
A plan could have 5 good ideas in it and 5 bad ideas. Take those 5 good ideas and get rid of the 5 bad ones and try to add 5 more to replace those, you know?
she simply denies it with a sorrowful face. This response
Nothing's
leaves
completely
Bruciaga
wrong, I
torn
guess.
between 2 possibilities. Either Chavez is innocent but in complete shock, struggling to process what's happening, or she's carefully keeping her composure to hide a guilty conscience and protect her children. Either way, she sticks to her story, and with nothing concrete so far, the interview comes to an end. But even without proof,
What the fuck? It has Santa Claus on it. It's starting to feel a lot like Christmas. No, she's not in shock. Have you seen people in shock, Mulan? When I'm in shock, I look like this.
Bruciaga can't shake the feeling that her instincts are right, that one of Jay's killers is sitting in this very apartment. With her doubts only growing, Bruciaga decides to move quickly and verify Chavez's version of events with the one person who can either confirm or contradict it.
Dude, my chest is so tight.
Her son, Angelo. Within an hour, investigators
Nah.
head straight
When
to
I had
Angelo.
you really do that. Bro, when I was actually in shock when I got hit by a drunk driver, bro, I really was shook. Like, bro, thank you, bro. I'm doing a lot of chest, but I remember I got out of the car and like for a second, like I stood up and I was just like, what the fuck? And I fell down and I tried to stand up again. And like there's nothing wrong with me. I was like paralyzed, but like my legs were so like I couldn't like control them for some reason. So I was like so shocked. I was like, what the fuck? And like I had to like stumble around a little bit to like be able to like get my feet and like regain like okay, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't nothing wrong with it. I personally didn't get like hit by the car. They hit the back. I was actually driving a big box truck, so they fucking smashed the box part of it, and I was up in the cabin of it. And it literally just flung me into the ditch. So when I flung into the ditch, the airbag hit me, and my knee smashed into the dash, and then the seatbelt did like a little rope burn on my neck, but I didn't get like thrown into anything, right? Or like the car crumped my door and hit me, or like anything folded in on me. I was like physically okay other than getting bruised and banged up. But like just the shock of me like getting out of the car, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, am I okay? I was like looking at myself, like make sure like because like it all happened so fast. I remember I literally saw it because here I am driving like this, right? And I'm on the interstate and there's a on ramp like this, right? For people to merge. And I just see this truck, and it's just he's flying down this ramp and he merges into the box part of the van. It's like I'll show you real quick. There's a truck like this. He hits me about right there, right after my tire. And basically what it does is it turns me this way. So I turn this way and the car and my truck goes off the side of the interstate down into a ditch and it stops right there. Yeah, he just completely just merged into it. He crossed and it wasn't even like the spotted lines for him to merge onto the interstate yet. Yeah, and he hit me, he turned my vehicle around, I went up in the ditch and he kept going. He left me there. So I got out, I was like looking around, I was like, fuck, it was literally 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. I had driven all the way to South Carolina. I dropped off the load of cigarettes and I was bringing back an empty truck. So I took a full one down from Newton, North Carolina, and I was dropped off in South Carolina in Greenville. Greenville? Yeah, Greenville, South Carolina. I always get Greensboro, North Carolina, Greensville, South Carolina mixed up sometimes. And I was coming back almost and I was like an hour and a half away from it was like 16-hour shift. I was an hour and a half away from getting back to drop off the truck, get in my car and go home and go to sleep. And it was like 3 or 4 in the morning. Sucked. What a moron, yeah. And I remember I got up and like I said, I got out, the door still worked. So like I said, it wasn't like so insanely damaged. Like I didn't get that fucked up. And I got out and I like fell lay down. Like I tried to stand back up. I was like, fuck. And I was really scared for a second. I like hit my spine or something. I was like, oh fuck. But then like I said, it was so quick, like 20 seconds. I was like back up in normal. Got back in the truck with my phone, called 911. How you been, little Sug? I was T-boned. It was so wild. Yeah, dude. I remember literally, no joke. This was it. I literally just saw bright lights and I could hear like a big F-150 going. "Rrrr." And I looked in my right mirror over here and I said, "Oh shit!" And the car fucking went to the side. I couldn't get shut out. That's what I remember. Sucks.
His workplace to talk to him in person. Whatever he tells detectives will either clear his family or make things even worse for them.
So there was a shooting downtown today, and somebody died. So I know that you knew him.
It was wild. Did you get T-boned on your driver's side, Milan, or the passenger
I
side?
think he was actually somebody that you knew because he was dating your sister.
Talking about Jay?
Yeah.
Is he alive?
No, he's not. He's dead. So I just wanted to find out from you just a little bit.
Can you tell his grandfather? You talk to his grandfather?
Yeah.
Can you tell his grandfather so sorry?
Okay, yeah, for sure. So explain to me what this whole, like, your mom and your sister explained, like, this beef between you and
As
Jay.
impact happened. I'm trying to remember mine. I don't think my life went in slow-mo. Like I said, honestly, for me, the actually getting hit was so quick. Like I literally just felt like I saw the car hit it, and the next thing I knew, I was like, I could see like the powder from the airbags everywhere, and the car was going bang, 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 bang. I was like, what the fuck? In the passenger seat and on my side, so I was lucky to be small because I was pushed into the middle console. That's fucking nuts. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, for me, mine was really quick. And then I just remember getting out of the car. Like, and it was dark, and I swerved, and when my headlights went into, I kind of remember when I was going into the ditch, like all I saw were trees, because like when you're driving down the interstates in North Carolina, it's just green trees on all sides, and like a little ditch and back up a mountain. As you're going 45, huge whiplash. Nah, that would fuck your neck for so long if you don't do it right.
So explain that.
We had a problem with him and sister. Then like I said, we had that with fire. And then we didn't really like talk after that. We both went our separate ways.
Yeah.
So your sister tells your mom tells you that Jay wants to fight. So when did you guys plan to meet?
I didn't plan nothing.
The driver screaming, I was just mute. Damn. They had to have to wash my hair. Damn, you guys definitely got more injured than me. I was lucky. Like I said, luckily I was in a big truck. Because like that was also a big truck, but for me, I was really lucky I was in a big truck. I was set up really high. So even if like when I did crash into the ditch, like the grill of the cart wasn't hitting it, it was just fucking the axle and the tires and like the little guard the front of those trucks have. I should have went to the hospital. Did you not like sue or like so you could like get paid for your neck injury?
He assumed, and I was just like, we're good. We had all this.
19 years old.
So like we're good. He said he wanted to do 8 o'clock.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she, you mean your mom said?
That's what he told me. That's what Jay told me. Like that's what Jay told to tell my sister to tell me. But
all right.
So long. So
my phone's charged up enough. Now time. Plug in the vape. Sleep in the back seat. The driver fell asleep. Damn. Hope they just dug up all 500 bucks. I wouldn't sue. Damn. was 14. The whole right side of my body was bruised. It was insane. Damn. Honestly, you guys tell me that. I do count my lucky stars, and I'm sorry you went through that because at the end of the day, I really wasn't injured too bad. I would say the airbag kind of left like a weird soreness in my chest, but the worst part was my knees because I have long legs, so they hit the dash pretty hard. Even though the seatbelt and airbag caught me, my knees were already just so close to the dash, or like the because like in a big truck, like the steering wheel is huge. It's like right here in front of you. You're driving like this, and then you got this whole like panel right here, and it's like it goes flat down. It's way different than a car. It's not like a car how the car is like narrow right like that, right? That whiplash today. And then I got super lucky because there was one of those concrete box stitch things like 10 feet further down. Dude, I've seen some people hit those concrete, you're talking about where there's like a concrete box, like platform, and then there's like an electrical box on top of it. I've seen some people hit those boxes like that, and you think they'd go through the box. Now, the car flips over it.
That you're supposed to meet. Where were you guys supposed to meet?
They plant those bitches in the ground somehow.
He just said you want to fight me. You didn't talk to the morning, so I assumed.
I like how they're talking about a murder. And his sister's baby daddy, so that makes him the uncle of that baby, and brother-in-law is dead. He's in there eating while doing an interview about it, like covering his mouth. Yeah, like I don't know, like he just wanted to fight. Too bad he's dead. Like, dude, come on. Oh, okay, DC. That would probably be worse.
Angelo confirms most of what detectives have already heard from his sister and mother, saying Jay wanted to box it out that morning, but the fight never happened. Beyond that, there isn't much new information, and his version of events lines up neatly with his mother's timeline. For now,
My car. Boxing out with anyone. As funny as that is, that's what I looked like in high school. Good night, Ty. Thanks for coming. I've missed you. Thanks for chilling. Like, literally, like, going in my sophomore year, that's how skinny I was. And, like, if I don't work out, I will really get that skinny again, chat. I'm not even kidding. I'm a very, very naturally skinny person, but I think my sophomore year, I started working out a lot because I went to my freshman year, I got to go to public school, and my first time playing sports they weren't private school kids or rec center kids. They were kids who had, hooping in AU, playing on teams, stuff like that. And so I was just getting bodied around. Like, I was still good, but, like, I was just not used to that type of contact and that physicalness. And so after my freshman year, I remember that summer of my sophomore year, I went to my grandpa's, and he lives just across, like, this dirt road from me, and I was like, hey, I remember in your storage building, hit a storage building off the woods, you had some old weight equipment. I was like, what do you're not using it, can I have it? He's like, sure. So me and my brother carried it to my bedroom. He had a bench and then some curl bars and a dip bar. And I literally put it in my room next to my bed. So literally my bed was here, and I literally had a bench, like a curl bar, like 2 dumbbells, and a dip bar in my room, in my bedroom. So like my room was literally a gym. I'm not even kidding, growing up. And so my sophomore year, over the summer, I started working out, watching YouTube videos, exercising, eating eggs, getting healthy and stuff. But these weights were so old, the weights were concrete. Like it would say 20 pounds, and it was a concrete rock on each side of the dumbbell. And on my bench, I was putting on concrete plates. And I remember I dropped one once, and a big chunk of it fell off. And so I was like, this isn't 45 pounds anymore. It's like 42. Because like they would break if you dropped them and get busted up. Oh yeah, and since they were concrete, they'd leave like this whole powder over my room, especially when I was like lift and I put them down. My mom hated it.
Stories seem consistent, but until those details can be verified, Detective Bruciaga knows she has to take everything they've said at face value. However, before investigators can dig deeper, Angelo's mother suddenly walks in, and this time she's far less cooperative.
He's not even awake, and you're not even talking to me. He's home. But he's not in trouble, so he doesn't have to be 18 for us to talk to him. I'm gonna send for.
I mean, it's up to him. If he doesn't want you here, he doesn't have to have you here.
Huh? Yeah, my sister and the bar's here. I had to have him go pick up.
Talk to my sister.
So there is one thing that we are going to need, just like we talked with your sister, we didn't get your phone. So we're going to secure it. We're going to do a warrant.
I need it. I don't have a phone.
But
Again,
your
I
daughter's
am
not.
an investigation like I explained to you earlier, Elizabeth. I'm taking your phone. You're not getting it back until I'm done with it. But as soon as I'm done with it, I will give it back to you.
Do you want me to take you to go find where your car was left? Because we've been all over there and we can't find it anywhere.
Well, I'm gonna go shortly, but I want to make sure that my kids and my family get home. And right now, my biggest concern is I just want to go home.
What's your biggest concern?
I want to go home.
No, you absolutely go home.
Your biggest concern is going home. You're a grandmother. The father of your grandbaby was just murdered. My biggest concern is going home.
Despite
Not
investigators'
suspicious
attempts to
at
convince her
all.
otherwise, Chavez insists on taking Angelo home. Even if her intentions are innocent, this sudden change in behavior doesn't help their case at all. If anything, it makes it look like an attempt to shield her son from further questioning. With the interview shut down, officers seize the
crazy.
family's phones, hoping digital evidence might reveal what they're not saying out loud. Back at the police station, detectives spend the next couple of weeks combing through statements, surveillance footage, and phone data. What they find begins to reshape the entire case. Among
Oh my god, chat. After this video, I need someone in chat to volunteer. Remind me, just say the word, hey Sin, airplane. Airplane. Time for phone dumps. Mulan, I heard that a lot of actual evidence now is like text between people. And people calling and talking to other people about it, and they, chat.
the first discoveries are text messages showing that Chavez was directly involved in arranging the so-called boxing
The mom said you need to fight him. That's crazy.
match between her son Angelo and her daughter's boyfriend Jay. In one exchange, Elizabeth texts Jay saying that mom says they'll be there at 8. Other messages suggest there may have been a gun involved. In one text, Elizabeth writes, "I'll be there too because I don't want anything like they pull a gun out." Investigators
Wait, what? Is that the baby mama, Elizabeth, right? What up, Dominique? Lilo, okay. I'll tell you when. Steak nachos.
writes, "I'll be there too because I don't want anything like they pull a gun out." Investigators also
I have to tell you a story to do with an airplane that I learned today. I wanted to tell you beginning of stream, but I forgot.
uncover signs that Jay and Elizabeth's relationship
Chat, we got about 3 hours of stream left to go, but there is still 6 hours on the board to be claimed tonight to be out of the stream. What is actually pulled like you tell what a screen just lights up even if they don't open anything. Yeah, and even then, like, people are so messy in their phones, and they you can learn a lot about someone by going through their phone. Like in a criminal investigation sense, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about your ex or you're going through this. This is like a whole different thing. I'm talking about like friends. Like, for example, I saw on this one where it was like how this guy was normally active on his phone between he'd get off work and he'd get home, and he's really active on his phone between 6 and 10 p.m. every night. Like they found a pattern of him like watching porn, going on to this app, and then watching this and watching this YouTube video, and he would do it every night. And then the one night of the murder, his phone had no activity during that time, and the next day it goes back to normal. And that was actually used as evidence, like his activity on his phone.
was deteriorating, with both of them talking about breaking up. In one
He fumbled.
message, Jay
Yeah, dude. Or dude, I thought it was crazy that one live streamer who killed his wife, but he basically did what I do during cultathons, where he pre-recorded a stream. So imagine I put a VOD on the screen, and he put it up there for people to watch he was live when he wasn't. Remember that?
tells her directly,
insane.
"I'll talk to you when it comes to the baby."
That could be a good alibi, but I feel like it'd be too proven fake, because I guess you really couldn't interact with chat.
But I ain't doing this with you anymore.
I should do that one day. Stream starts. I'm like, what's up, everybody? It's good to see you guys. Chat. I'm just like, all of a sudden I end it as a video. I'm like, got you guys. What if this whole thing had been a video? I ended it. I'm just like, that was a long video. And the real set, I was actually live now. Would that fuck your brain, chat? To show high potential? Nope.
But even
What's
more
it about?
alarming were the contradictions in the
Deception.
family's statement.
And then I was like, but you guys didn't think that was a video. And then another video ends. I'm like, and that one was a video too.
Elizabeth told detectives her boyfriend didn't leave the house until 10 that morning. Yet, Jay's phone shows him texting.
Bro, Vamp was like watching herself play GTA. She's like, who's that funny girl? Son, why are you ignoring me? Like, we're champ. She's like watching old VODs of me, like arresting her. Dulce crimes. Like a slave.
Others about
I was so
Angelo not showing
bro.
up as early as 8 o'clock.
Vamp, next year I'm doing a month-long Cult of Dawn.
In one of
Is this live? Literally, bro.
those messages, Jay
I normally play the GTA VODs to do during that because they're so long. Like, the GTA VODs are my longest VODs, like 4 or 5 hours sometimes.
He texts a friend. They didn't show. 8 o'clock, the mom said, and it's 9. Man, her family's a bunch of assholes, I swear. Additionally, detectives uncover another name that hadn't come up before. Elizabeth's older brother, Gilbert. In his messages, Gilbert expresses anger towards Jay and even makes promises of retaliation. By the end of
Bro, so they literally texted amongst each other in the family about killing him, taking care of him, getting rid of him, and then they go kill him? Like, bro, if you've straight stated, hey, I'm gonna kill this guy, and it's on a text especially, something you can't get rid of? No ending, yeah. Whole month. A whole month. Like, that's so stupid.
Detective Bruciaga becomes convinced that the entire family might be involved in planning what happened that day. Now, it's no longer a question of what happened, but who did it and exactly why.
It's insane.
In the days following Jay's murder, investigators were at a standstill. Because Angelo and Elizabeth are still minors, their mother refuses to let them speak with police, effectively blocking detectives from getting any answers directly from them. But 20 days after the shooting, that changed.
I understand why with the son, like, ego. I don't understand why he went to shooting, and I don't understand how they all could get involved in it, like how they all brewed so much hate for someone who lived with them, who had a child with one of their daughters. Like, it's so strange.
Jay's girlfriend, Elizabeth Baldonado, turns 18 years old, and her mother can no longer stop her
they're waiting it out.
from talking. Detective Bruciaga seizes the opportunity and convinces her to come down to the station to see the new evidence they've uncovered, carefully leaving out that it's evidence pointing towards her own family. The goal is simple: find out who was directly involved in Jay's killing, or better yet, get a confession. But before we get to that, do you struggle with such and discom breakfast? Detectives plan to double down on the accusations instead of playing nice. But this will soon backfire, because unlike her mother, Elizabeth's reaction will be very different.
Now that some time has passed and you've had time to think about it, Elizabeth, I want to hear what happened. Because I think you know more than you told me that day.
I don't know anything. I really don't. Why would you guys assume that? Why would I know anything new about that?
Because I have your phones, and I've looked through your phones. And so I do believe you know more.
What would I know more about? About who killed him? About who did it? No, I don't know.
Why is she smiling?
Don't know who did it. If I knew who did it, I would have told you already.
So one thing I also learned in Police Academy is when you have your hands like this, it's a sign of like please believe me. Like when you put your hands like this, it's when you're lying. You're just like you want someone to believe you. You're like anyone, please. If you're confident, your hands are gonna stay still. They're gonna be like this. You're gonna be talking like this away. Try to because you're confident in your point. You're like, I don't know anything. What are you talking about? But if I was like, guys, come on, I didn't do it. Please. You know what I mean? Like it's totally different. I love reading people's body language.
So I know that you and him were having some problems.
She's literally so close to doing this, please.
And he broke up with you and
Never
you
knew
wanted
that,
to get
yeah.
back with him, and he told you no. I will talk to you when it comes to the baby, but that is it. And he wanted nothing to do with you.
Damn!
Wanted to get back. So I know that you and him were having some problems, and he broke up with you and you wanted to get back with him, and he told you no. I will talk to you when it comes to the baby, but that is it. And he wanted nothing to do with you.
So you're saying that I had someone do something to him?
Are you
It's a question.
serious?
Okay, here's the thing, okay?
I
You have to realize
loved
I'm
him more than
investigating.
anything in the world. I would never do anything like that. I would never have anyone do anything like that because I loved him more.
I like how her man got murdered a month ago, but she got a fresh set on. Put a hit out. I think she's trying to convince herself. I think the whole family plotted and planned it, and she stayed home to start the story. And I saw him go to work, and then this and this, and it's the whole family was in on it. They tried to put this phony ass story up, and they didn't think it through, and it's not even close to holding up. They fucking drove through the crime in an alleyway near businesses, like the last place you want to fucking do a crime, like where you have to pass a million different cameras. Like I don't know. Convince herself.
My whole life.
And actually, I do know that because you guys texted, I love you so much. Tons. So I do know that, okay? But you have to understand, Elizabeth, I'm investigating his homicide. Somebody killed him, okay? Have you ever watched homicide shows?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so you have to know that if I see anything like that on the phone, you have to know that I have to ask you these questions. Because at this point, I have gone through your phone, I have gone through your brother's phone, I have gone through Josue's phone, I have gone through other things, and I have to ask these questions because I have a feeling you know more than you're telling me.
I don't!
What a cute little maid. What's up, Mogus?
Really don't. I don't know anything more than I'm telling you.
Bro, I gotta start yapping. We're never gonna get through this video.
As planned, there is no small talk or warm-up. Right away, Detective Bruciaga tells Elizabeth she's not being fully honest. The approach is blunt, and it's clearly hitting a nerve as Elizabeth quickly grows defensive. But Bruciaga isn't backing off just yet. She's about to bet everything on her next move, laying out every piece of evidence she has against the family.
I'll be real, bro. Sometimes I see these detectives in here talking, they're doing this, bro. I feel like I could crack these people way easier. But then again, I do have good people skills. Only halfway of them. I know.
In hopes of eliciting an admission from Elizabeth.
Well, to be fair, it's only another 20 minutes. So.
Okay. So you brought up that your brother Gilbert had mentioned and
It's a 50-minute video and we're 30 minutes through.
said that he was gonna send someone up there to take care of it.
But he didn't. Because my brother knows that if he were to do anything, I would never speak to him again or at all.
What?
I would have him part of my life at all.
Chad, do you think this girl has anything to do with it? I think there's the only thing, the family definitely did it. They were all involved in it. There might be a slight chance she has nothing to do with it, but it's sus.
So Gilbert didn't do it.
Why would my brother do it? My brother...
Okay. This is another, I think she's lying now. That's another reason when you're repeating the question to someone, if someone asks a question, you repeat their question, it's because you want to make their question sound invalid. Sounds silly. Me kill someone? Yeah, and it also gives you time to think of a lie. I would kill someone because, I'm a good person, and I don't want to go to jail. And I would never talk to them again if they killed someone. So, they didn't do it. My brother didn't do it because I would never talk to him again. Period.
Gilbert didn't do it.
Why would my brother do it? My brother literally knows how I feel about him.
So I'm pretty sure you've been in the household and have heard conversations. Correct?
Heard what?
Anything. Anything that talked about.
They do not talk about anything.
Okay, so where is your mom's car?
I don't know. You're seriously assuming that one of my family members did it? Because the car is missing. She literally filed a report that...
Because the car is missing. It was the exact same car matched to the car that killed your mans. Her smirk is sending me. Why do you think my family did it? Because it's the same car, and now that the car is missing, the car that was linked to the crime, that was linked to you, is now missing, and you think my mom had something to do with it. You think my mom's getaway vehicle, he used to murder my boyfriend, and she got rid of it, no one can find it anywhere, and that makes it them. Is it a lack of intelligence? Yeah, she's just like, this guy's life, exactly, bruh.
Her car was missing that night.
Okay, so you say you love Josue, right? And he's the love of your life. So why are you covering for your mom and your brother?
I'm not covering for anybody. Are you fucking serious? You seriously think that they did it?
Yes.
My mom loved that child too.
Okay, maybe not your mom, but what if what if I told you that your mom's car is on video leaving the homicide? What if I told you that?
You know how many Toyota Camrys that are gold live in the city?
But
The Camrys live in the city?
what are the odds that your brother...
And then your mom's gold Toyota Camry, after your fucking boyfriend is murdered, your mom's Toyota Camry out of all the Toyota Camrys disappears. Toddy with a body. What up, bro?
And Josue were
My
supposed
brother
to meet
was at home. My brother was at home with his girlfriend. They were literally sleeping until he had to go to work.
It's clear that Elizabeth has reached her breaking point. Every accusation towards her family is pushing her closer to the edge. Most investigators
Just chilling in Madras, watching some true crime. Chilling.
would pull back here,
We missed you,
take
bro.
a break, try to de-escalate, but not Detective Bruciaga. Instead, she decides to take a bigger risk, one that's bold but calculated. Rather than fighting Elizabeth's denials, she will lean into them, even agreeing that she's only trying to protect her family. In doing so, Bruciaga wants to make Elizabeth feel safe enough to talk and reveal what she's really hiding. It's a delicate psychological play, one that could end the interview entirely or solve the case right here and now.
But I'm gonna tell you right now that your mom said she drove Angelo to his interview. Guess what? Angelo said he borrowed the car from your mom and he drove himself to the interview. So obviously, somebody's lying. And I kind of understand that you don't want to see.
No,
what I'm
you
trying
don't.
to
They
tell
don't. They did not do it.
Because
you
I
are
don't know
literally
what I
looking
would
in the
do.
wrong place. You're just trying to blame somebody just so that you can get someone for the crime. I know they didn't do it because, well, I don't know for sure, but I know they wouldn't have done something like that. They know.
They're cracks! Bro, you just gotta tink at them, tink, tink, tink. You just gotta wait for one little crack to start. One little crack. There it was. I watched this earlier today. Hell yeah.
How much that would crush me. And literally, they have seen how much I have died these past 2 weeks.
Okay, and I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you.
Bad use of
if
words about
I
dying.
find out your brother. I'm telling you when I gather up all my evidence and I arrest your brother, I hope that you didn't know more.
You guys can think however you like. My family did not do it.
Elizabeth, you can't get out without us letting you out, babe.
Elizabeth, I think you're ready to tell me more than you're telling me, okay? You have to realize, Elizabeth, that somebody took your baby's dad's life, and now that baby is not gonna have a father. And as much as you love your family, they still took your baby's dad away. Now that baby's not gonna have a dad.
Is there even a baby?
I know that. That's literally all I think about it.
When her epic storm out, yeah. We were
Can
smiling.
we finish talking in the conference room? Just because I can't hear, actually.
Yeah, we can't be sitting in the hallway, Elizabeth. I'm sorry.
This is our victim side, so.
Elizabeth's finally had enough. The weight of the questioning breaks her down and she's emotionally exhausted. Detectives try to take advantage of the moment, hoping her vulnerability will make her open up, but Elizabeth doesn't budge. Through tears, she keeps insisting her family is innocent. With nothing useful coming from Elizabeth, the interview ends. She's escorted out of the building, and investigators are back to square one. Still, Detective Bruciaga can't shake her suspicions. She knows this family is hiding something. What she hasn't figured out yet is that she's been focusing on the wrong suspects all along. Over the next
Damn.
couple of months, the case remains wide open. Investigators keep digging, and what they find is even more alarming. First, they learn that Chavez never followed through with her stolen vehicle report from the day of the murder.
Wow,
Then,
plot twist,
while
months
combing
is
through phone
crazy.
data, detectives uncover explicit threats from Elizabeth's older brother, Gilbert, directed at Jay. In one message, Gilbert writes he's gonna catch one, clearly hinting at plans for
There's 48
violence.
out the
In another
question.
text, he says, delete our messages and don't say anything about me saying I was gonna shoot him. It wasn't me for real. I ain't trying to deal with cops. Based on these details, investigators start to speculate that Gilbert may have taken things further, possibly supplying a gun or even using it himself to shoot Jay. Chavez, realizing what her sons had done, may have then disposed of the car to cover their tracks and build an alibi for the family. The new findings push Gilbert to the top of the suspect list, right beside his brother Angelo. But as compelling as the theory sounds, it's still just that. A theory. The case remains strong on suspicion, but weak on proof, and Detective Bruciaga desperately needs anything concrete from the Baldonado family. So, on May 19th, 76 days after Jay's murder, Bruciaga and a team of officers head to the family's house determined to confront them face to face and see if she can pressure someone into cracking. When the investigators arrive at the door, no one expects how quickly things will get heated.
Oh, hi Gilbert, how are you? Can I actually...
That's the big brother. Damn. He is a little suspicious.
talk to you, Gilbert?
That's
You know
fire.
what it's about because, you know, I've already done some research. I'm not
Back
gonna
in uniform. You got yours on?
talk to you right here in the door.
What up,
Do you want to
Drake?
come talk to me over here?
I didn't laugh, I
Hi,
swear.
Elizabeth. How are you? Good. Okay. Is your mom here?
She's showering.
You might want to go tell your mom that I would like to talk to her again. I'm gonna talk to Gilbert if he's willing to speak with me. And Gilbert, again, I don't want to talk to you right here in front of the door. Do you mind coming even over here?
Yes.
Damn.
So, tell me what you know.
To be the bigger man here. He just needs to stand up and do what's right. Wait, oh, he is standing. I thought he was sitting down. What up, Drake? Love you.
Like I said, I just moved in here. I just moved here. Like,
Okay, so I'm not gonna play games with you, okay? I know you threatened to take care of Josue.
yeah, but I didn't do nothing.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't even up here. I couldn't even do that.
Okay, so obviously you do know why I'm here and why I'm talking to you now. You want to discuss, or do you want me to just take it for at face value? I already saw the Facebook, so.
I didn't.
Huh?
So you can do whatever. I didn't do shit. So.
Okay, so.
I'm innocent.
Again, in your
Yeah.
Facebook, you do disclose and say you're gonna send somebody to take care of him.
Yeah, but did I send
Okay, so, well, who'd you send? Because he died.
I didn't send nobody.
Do I need to be any clearer? He died.
Yeah, but I didn't send nobody. Mom, ain't nobody want to do it. They're all scared.
Can I see your phone?
So you're saying ain't nobody wanted to do their scared, so you put out a hit. He just admitted to putting out a hit. That's crazy. So you tried. So he asked around. He's like, yeah, nobody want to do it. They're all pussies. Come on, man. Nobody want to kill nobody anymore? Like, if you killed him, were you catching half a body, or does that count as a full body? Those are so dumb.
Can I see your phone? Thank you. It's a T-Mobile? Okay, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna do a warrant on it, okay?
Yeah, take my phone.
Yes.
Damn.
Again, you have to realize that I'm investigating a homicide. Okay, a homicide in which you threatened to kill my victim.
So you're gonna take my phone?
Yes. I'm gonna take your phone. I'm gonna do a warrant on it. If for any reason.
Just don't look at the pictures, you know what I'm saying, unless you want to see something, but it's a whole lot of something.
Okay. Well, I won't look at pictures, but I am interested in who you've been talking to, text messages,
Dang. He said he got little nudes on there.
and so on. So I am gonna do a warrant on it, okay?
With no luck getting anything new.
I mean, they could seize it. So there's something called extingent circumstances. So once you confront someone who's a suspect and they have their phone, you can seize something on extingent circumstances because that basically means there may be a reason to fear that the evidence may be deleted or destroyed. So they'll seize it, but they can't look through it or go through it until the warrant is there. And the same thing with houses. Like, even if they can't search the house, they'll stand outside the house or they'll stand around the car until the warrant comes in. They'll seize it, but they can't search it. So that's kind of how that works.
From Gilbert, Detective Bruce Iaga cleverly confiscates
a reasonable seizure.
His phone, hoping it might hold the evidence she needs but still can't prove. As this is happening,
I bet I'm impressing Mulan so much right now. She's just like, I just tingled a little bit. On this legal knowledge.
Chavez is seen stepping outside and speaking briefly with officers. She looks like she's in a hurry to leave.
She's like, stop.
Willing to let the moment slip away, Detective Bruce Iaga
and then statute BC3A states, she's like,
plans to intercept and confront her about the boxing match she helped organize to see how she reacts when cornered. This time, however, Chavez isn't the same calm, collected woman from before. What Bruce Iaga gets
extingent circumstances may lead to a lawful seizure until a judge can write a warrant to search the property, the contents within that phone.
Instead is a very different side of her.
I love you. I want to go to HCMs.
Can I talk to you really fast?
I have to catch the bus, so I mean, you got 5 minutes of my time.
Okay.
And that's it.
Thank you, Gilbert. Thank you for speaking with me. Have a good day.
We'll check in with you before we leave if you want to talk to us again.
Hi, Elizabeth. I know you're going to be quick and all, but so you know why I'm here. Okay.
Yeah, she's like, I know someone died, but I have to catch the bus in 5 minutes. Another bus would come for 30. So this boy's death can wait. It's public transport. It'll come again and again and again all day, but you know, the bus.
Okay, I don't gotta repeat myself.
It's her gavel. She's gonna do something with it.
I don't want to repeat myself. I don't want to play games.
This is that confirmation number from when I had called, because I called that same evening. And nobody ever came by to do what's
you
called.
didn't report your car.
I did. This is it. Yes, it is.
I already know.
Okay, you know what, Eddie? I'm not trying to be mean with you, but this is the confirmation number that.
So why did you set up a fight between Angelo and Josue?
No.
Yes, you did.
No. The little boy called over. He called to the house. He was asking for a fight. I was like, wait a minute. You want to do what? I was like, are you serious? It was either that or you want to sit there and do some stupid things.
That's so crazy. An adult was like, okay, I'll set up a fight between two teenage boys, and then someone gets shot. Real good mothering. I like her nails.
I'm not trying to have stupid things go on between those boys. Those boys need to learn how to get along.
Like I said,
those boys need to learn how to get along. Well, one's fucking dead, dumbass. I don't want those boys to fight anymore. They need to learn how to get along. One's dead.
I have phones. I already know when you called it in. You never fully followed through.
I did. I waited for them to get here.
Okay, do you have the title to the vehicle?
It's in that vehicle. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Like, I cannot give you any more information because it was in the vehicle. I didn't even get to register the car or anything.
You've had the car since before January.
Where did they take the big brother? They said he could go back inside while they talked to her.
Yeah, and I also had to get an alternator for it. You know how much money it takes for me to save for just a little bit of a few things? But the little boy, he called. He wanted to make the fight. Right.
Another thing is, they keep distancing themselves because none of the family are saying Josue. The little boy, even the girlfriend, was like, my mom loved that kid. He was just a kid. Oh yeah, that guy, that's my brother, that's my friend. None of them have said his name. Not a single one of the family members have said his name. They're too cowardly because they know what they did. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying Josue. I'm not saying Josue didn't set the fight, but you let them know and you set up the fight because they were gonna fight.
Was he even related to them? Josue? Related? No, Josue. So all of them are one family except for Josue. Josue got the daughter, the one who's crying in the hallway, pregnant, and that's how he's connected to this family. But he broke up with her, and then he's beefing with one of the brothers, and the mom set up a fight between them.
No.
Good
because
point.
They had to know. I'm like, this is what's going on when your sisters left. What do you guys think about this? Yeah, I let them know because they needed to know.
I'm back on track. Yeah. And so the grandpa in the beginning and the lady who passed out in the apartment, those were Josue's mom and grandparent.
Because that's not right.
So I'm gonna tell you something, okay?
Yeah, my 5 minutes. I'm done.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? When I charge someone
You're gonna be charged along because I know you're hiding the truth and I know you're listening to me, and it would suck for Aurora and Elizabeth's baby to not be present, for you not to be present, because I will charge you because I do know you were gonna set up that fight that day. The end.
Young lady,
I got it off your daughter's phone. Goodbye.
Damn.
Clearly, Chavez is done talking as she storms off the scene, angry and defensive. But in her frustration, she lets something slip, admitting that she knew about the fight between Jay and her sons, though she insists it was all Jay's idea. Before leaving the house, Bruciaga tries once more to speak with Elizabeth to see if she's finally ready to tell the truth.
How you been, Elizabeth?
Bro, this bitch ain't gonna tell the truth, bro. She eats 5 bags of hot Cheetos a day. One thing I know, bro, is people who eat large quantities of hot Cheetos are not gonna tell the truth. Vamp, for example. Like, bro, she let her family slaughter. She set her baby's father up, set him up, sent him to his death. None was gonna happen. Watched him shower, watched him get ready for work, and let him leave, knowing he has a kid on the way, knowing that his mom and dad, or his mom and her mom and her brother were gonna murder him in cold blood in the alleyway. They're gonna sneak up on him. She told him that he left for work. She told him that, like, dude, there is no way that she is gonna tell. She is just as bad as they are. Oh my. I would say that she maybe even instigated it more because Jose didn't want anything to do with her.
Are you still pregnant?
Yeah.
Yeah? How far along are you?
Well, from my menstrual cycle, she said 14 weeks and 7 days.
So, Elizabeth, you know, we talked last time and I know you were very upset and I can't imagine what you're going through because you're kind of put in between, but I already know you know what happened.
Oh, I don't. I don't know what happened.
I would tell her, like, all right, I don't give a fuck, bitch. Once that baby is born, it's gonna be taken away from you. It's gonna be adopted out to another family, and you're gonna spend the rest of your life in jail. And this baby will never know you or your sick, demented, twisted family ever again. Love the scene.
All I know is that when his grandpa got back, he told me that Jay was dead.
I would just hate, and I truly, from the bottom of my heart, still believe that you weren't involved. But I would just hate to find out that you were involved. And then where does that baby go? Because he no longer has a dad. That day, there was a witness that describes a female matching your exact description, talking to Josue right before he gets shot.
I was at the house.
Okay. Do you realize how close you live?
I was literally cleaning.
Again.
I was literally cleaning. How could I have been there to kill him if I was literally sweeping my floor? Raised by a different family.
Elizabeth, listen to me.
And then when his grandpa came home, he walked in on
You can go look at the floors. They're still clean from 76 days ago when I cleaned them on the day of the murder.
washing
like
the
me.
dishes.
You're not gonna change my mind because, I mean, is it weird that she lives here and she knows nothing?
Well, Elizabeth, you have to think about. Can I talk to you for a second, Elizabeth?
What?
So
say something else.
I know we're not trying to upset you any more than you already are or anything like that. But you have to think about how when this case goes to court, one, when people get arrested for things like this, they don't care whose family, friends, or whoever else they can or will throw under the bus to try to get themselves a better deal. When this goes to court and a jury of 12 random people, don't worry about what I think about it. Don't worry about what Anna thinks about it. Think about what those 12 people are thinking about it. You've got to think about what's best for him or her.
I don't. Okay. I would have
Damn.
told you guys about that.
If you hear something or something comes up,
I looked him since the day I met him.
With Elizabeth repeating the
Jeez,
same
Fraser.
story as before and no progress made, the officers decide to leave. But Bruciaga gives the
Is
family
the jury.
a promise.
She's guilty. I will say this family is very stubborn for like 76 days, and none of them have let out enough to police to get arrested. Usually someone messes up, someone tells someone at the bar, someone releases it to an ex, someone gets too drunk, like something comes out, but death by Cheeto.
The next time she comes back, it
That
won't
is
be for
insane.
questions. It'll be with a warrant.
Damn.
A month later,
Mob.
on June 15th, investigators finally get the break they've been waiting for. Cell
DC,
tower
you're the
data
only person I
definitively
trust who's
places
taught
Angelo's
Cheetos.
phone at the scene of the murder at 11:20 a.m. The
Chat, we got about less than 3 hours of stream left to go.
Same time,
We're gonna DJ
Jay
tonight too.
was killed,
Get ready.
directly contradicting his earlier alibi that he was home with his mother. With this new evidence, a warrant is secured for Angelo's arrest, and Bruciaga
Angelo.
returns to the Baldonado residence, just as she
Would it be weird? I actually like the name Angelo, but like I don't know if I can name my kid that because I'm not. Would that be weird if I named like? I guess it depends on who I marry too, like, but and like have a kid with, but like, is that weird? Like a white guy named his kid Angelo. This way.
promised.
I don't think it's weird.
That afternoon,
Angelo's a dope
16-year-old
name.
Angelo Baldonado.
I'll go by like Jello or Lo or Ange. There's any cool nicknames.
Baldonado is arrested and charged with murder. Now with the prime suspect finally in custody, police have the chance to interview him without his mother intervening. Bruciaga hopes this will be the moment they get to close the case for good. But to her surprise, Angelo isn't about to make that easy, because this time, he has an escape plan of his own.
Hey, Angelo. I'm still upstairs, sorry.
Is my mom gonna be here somewhere?
Is your mom gonna be here? Was she driving down here?
Oh, she was talking to one of the people that was there at the house.
Oh, at the house?
Yes.
I was at the office, sorry, I was no longer at the house. Okay.
She should be coming.
So she should be coming. Okay.
And if not, like, she should be coming.
She should? Okay. So you do
Damn.
remember me, and I actually do know you remember me because you're like, can I talk to Anna? So.
Chat. Motherfucking DC. Chat! Listen. There's 10 minutes left in this video. I'm letting this video play, but we gotta spin. And that's a 2-hour spin. That's DC. I know it. DC manifest. Shout out to motherfucking DC. I gotta end this video. It'll never fucking end if I don't finish it. It's got 10 minutes left. We're gonna lock in for it. Shout out to DC. Thank you so much for the love, the support. Really couldn't do without you guys. DC in the building! Thank you so much.
I am Anna Bruciaga, deputy. This is my partner. So, Angelo, because you are a minor, I am
dragging
gonna
this
read you
this
your
video out,
rights.
DC. I'm sorry.
That's why I want my mom here. That's me. Like, then I had questions. If I wasn't like gonna talk to my mom about.
So you want your mom here while I read?
Look at this creepy ass smile. Holy shit, he's guilty. I don't even care if he didn't do it. Lock him up anyways. Bro looks like a titan. What the fuck was that?
If I wasn't like gonna talk to my mom about.
So you want your mom?
Why is he showing all of his teeth? Bro, we don't even see your molars for a smile. Damn. Bro smiles with his molars. First time I've ever seen anyone smile with their molars.
I'm here while I read you your rights as well?
Yeah, I want her for the whole thing.
For the whole thing? Okay, fair enough.
Asking so much.
At this time, you are going to get booked for your warrant, okay?
What exactly is the warrant?
It's a homicide warrant.
But why are you doing that?
Okay. Again.
Fair, what? I did nothing. Because judges just sign homicide warrants just like that. No evidence, no proof. Just, we think it's him. Here you go. Go arrest him. Put him in. Lock him up.
You know, because you said
Show
that
'em off.
you wanted to speak to me with your mom, I can't ask you questions. At this point, I am booking you for the homicide warrant. And that's all I can do.
It's certainly not the response Detective Bruciaga was hoping for, but it's hardly surprising. After months of his mother keeping him away from investigators, Angelo refuses to speak without his mother or a lawyer present. With no cooperation and no confession, there is nothing more detectives can do.
This
Angelo
family
is
is a
booked
tough
into the
nut,
county's
though.
juvenile detention center, held without bond while prosecutors prepare to take the case to trial. For now, he's the only family member officially tied to the crime, and investigators believe they've finally got Jay's killer behind bars. But what no one has caught on to yet is that Angelo isn't the one who pulled the trigger. He's just a scapegoat, taking the fall for a killer who's still free and quietly getting away with murder. A full year passes since Jay was tragically killed. His pregnant girlfriend, Elizabeth Baldonado, gives birth to his son in November 2022.
Lord.
Her social media posts show a young woman trying to rebuild her life, sharing photos of her baby, spending time with friends, and appearing to move on in a new relationship.
You got another man that you had your family fucking murder in a house with his baby. With his baby. Bruh, he's rolling in his grave, bro. Let that man rest in peace.
On the surface, it seems like life is slowly returning to normal. Meanwhile, her brother Angelo remains in juvenile detention awaiting trial. The case seems...
She's just living her best life. I think it's crazy if it really wasn't this one of the family who actually pulled the trigger, that the rest of the family is continuing on living life like normal while letting him rot in jail. Like, if I had a family and we did do something like this and we were all trying to stay tight like this, and I was going to pull the trigger and they went and arrested my brother and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to charge him with the murder. Even if he was involved, I'd be like, nah, okay, yeah. You got us. You're gonna let your bro rot? His older brother, his mom, his sister, are all letting the little brother take the fall.
Angelo remains in juvenile detention awaiting trial. The case seems closed, and Jay's family begins to find closure, believing justice has finally been served. That is, until, out of nowhere, police receive a phone call that changes everything.
The sister.
In March of 2023, a woman contacts detectives claiming she's been talking to Elizabeth's older brother Gilbert on Facebook, and according to her, he's just confessed to knowing exactly who killed Jay that day.
I've been kind of watching everything that goes on Facebook, and I
Fucking
was able
Gilbert.
to see that Gibby was...
Gibby?
towards his
He goes by Gibby.
mom,
Maybe
and so
it's
I
his sister.
figured maybe I could get him to say something about it. So I messaged him, why is your brother locked up? Because my mom and him went to go fight my sister's baby daddy because he beat her. And when they got there, my sister's baby daddy tried to pull out a gun, but he got hit before he could even get his gun. But they put the murder on my brother. I said, that's real f***ed up. Why they put it on your brother? He said supposedly witnesses were there and said it was him. And they say they also got video and that it looks like him in the video.
The crazy thing is, like, imagine the family not talking to the police, not doing anything, and this guy meets a random lady on Facebook and spills it. Yeah.
But you can't see shit. All you see is a big ass group, and then everybody scatters. I said, what the f***, your mom didn't tell nobody, it wasn't him. He said, nope. He said, the crazy part is my little brother ain't telling on my mom. I said, so your mom did it and let your brother go down? And he said, yeah. I said, have you tried to tell your brother to tell? He said, yeah, but he tells me no. But that's how we was raised. No matter what the situation is, don't tell.
So your mom groomed you into being her scapegoat. No matter what you do, don't tell who killed someone. We keep murders a secret. You want to be raised that way? Okay, and what the fuck? That's beyond insane. That's insane.
And if we do, we gotta face consequences.
Needless to say, Gilbert's confession changes everything. Detectives already suspected Chavez's involvement in arranging the boxing fight, but no one imagined she was the one who pulled the trigger. Investigators begin to theorize that Chavez may have orchestrated the entire thing, luring Jay to the alley under the guise of a fight with her son, only to end it herself with a single shot to the head.
I bet this is what it was. They got in a fight, and her little bitch-ass son, Angelo, was getting his ass fucking handed to him by Josue, and she pulled out a gun and walked up next to him and shot him in the temple. What up, Liv? We love you, bro. Just live your life.
Despite what sounds like a breakthrough, Detective Bruciaga knows she can't move too fast. Arresting Chavez now, based only on Gilbert's secondhand confession, could jeopardize the entire case. Without solid evidence, Chavez will be innocent in the eyes of the law. Over the next few months, investigators work quietly, monitoring jail calls between Chavez and her son Angelo. Most of the conversations are vague, small talk, cautious wording, but in one of the calls, Chavez makes an interesting statement. When Angelo asks why his brother Gilbert looks sad, Chavez replies, "He's heartbroken you're in there. I told him it's because I f***ed up, because I'm stupid, period." Hearing what sounds like an admission of guilt, Detective Bruciaga seizes the opportunity and visits Angelo at the detention center, hoping this time she can finally get the truth. When she meets with him, she doesn't have to do much convincing, because Angelo is already prepared to make a deal and save himself.
If everything would be happening what we're talking about right now, would I get at least the first degree dropped on? So we do the way to work around it.
So if you're wanting to now give a statement, we can definitely schedule an appointment where it's me, you, and the attorney. And then I'm more than welcome to talk to you then.
After Angelo agrees to cooperate, detectives quickly arrange a formal interview with him and his attorney present. Angelo ends up corroborating his
They're always getting someone slipped up in a jail call.
Gilbert's confession, confirming that it was his mother who pulled the trigger and drove away from the scene. With both sons telling the same story, there's only one crucial piece missing to solve the case. A confession from Chavez herself.
And the daughter's involvement. Bro, the daughter with that baby and going on with that new man, she better not get out of this shit, bro. I'll be so fucking pissed.
Without her own words, the defense could argue that the boys are lying or that their statements were coerced. A few days later, an arrest warrant is issued, and Chavez is taken into custody. Detective Bruciaga brings her into an interrogation room determined to secure an admission. Not through confrontation this time, but through empathy. If the plan works, they'll finally close the case for good. But if Chavez sees through it, the interview will be over before it even begins.
I know that you obviously recognize me because we've met in the past more than once. Okay.
Not looking so good.
And regardless of what happened then, I'm not gonna be rude to you. I'm not gonna be disrespectful to you, even though in the past.
Guilt's a hell of a fucking drug. It'll eat you up inside, make you look like shit, make you feel like shit. All that guilt, exactly.
You weren't the nicest, right? But you're here, and I'm not gonna be rude, and I expect the same, Kay. Fair? Okay. Obviously, I know you were visiting Angelo. I know you were visiting Angelo. How's he doing? He's okay? Yeah. Okay. How are
Better
you doing?
either. Well, they arrested her on a warrant, a homicide warrant.
And I mean, just in general, not just because you already know why you're here. You've been in handcuffs. You've been in the back of the cop car.
Just now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read you your rights, okay? Do you understand? Okay, fair enough. With that being said, what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna stop this interview. You're going to jail on 2 warrants, okay? You do have an open count murder warrant, and you do have.
Damn.
And I have to look at that one to read you the exact, but it's a warrant, okay? And that's not mine. It's
a CP warrant? She had a past CP warrant? What the fuck? Another twist? The fuck?
not for me to discuss, but that's what one of the warrants is for, okay?
Unfortunately, things don't go according to plan. The moment Chavez realizes where the conversation is heading, she immediately shuts down the interview and asks for a lawyer. From here on, it's up to the court to decide whether the evidence against her is enough to prove what everybody already suspects. At the trial, prosecutors present the full scope of the case. Phone records, surveillance footage of Chavez's car, the brothers' confessions, and the jail call recordings. They argue that Chavez disapproved of the relationship between her daughter and Jay and was motivated by anger over how he treated her. They also believe she calculated that her teenage son would face lighter consequences if he took the blame. As for her other children, Elizabeth and Gilbert, investigators determined that neither had any direct role in the shooting. Elizabeth in particular is found to have had no knowledge of her mother's deadly
God damn it!
intentions. She withheld some information to protect her family, but was ultimately determined to be a victim caught in the middle. Eventually, Angelo Baldonado pleads guilty to conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and assault with intent to commit a felony, and is sentenced to remain in juvenile detention until age 21. His mother, Chavez, pleads guilty.
He's 15, that's 6 years.
To second-degree murder, and in May 2025 receives the maximum penalty of 18 years in state prison.
I know she'll be so old and like whatever when you say like 18 years for taking a fucking life. For taking a life.
Chavez is also facing a
How's
separate
that
charge
not
related to
first?
child exploitation material found on her tablet during the investigation.
Well, damn. What the fuck? That was absolutely fucking insane.